nadadala ko sa Cignal is yung champion mentality. Gusto ko na lahat kami palaban. Bawat puntos, ibibigay namin yung best namin. And bawat score na makakuha ng kalaban namin, paghihirapan nila.
Omar Etamar, a three-time UAAP champion, and he's practically won just about every award possible in college, including Best Center, MVP Finals, MVP twice in back-to-back seasons, and of course, starting setter for Alas Pilipinas. And it's going to be fun to see how he runs this diverse offense. Plenty of talented players in the lineup of Coach Dexter Clamore. Meantime, you're looking at the purple and white of Coach Obet, Javier, and CHICHI Brotherhood Titans. And it's going to be tough competition as you look at the lineup here of the HD Spikers. This is the only conference the HD Spikers have not won a championship for. They've won 3 reinforced conference championships, 4 open conference championships, but last season, the very first Invitational, they only made it to the first runner-up. So this is their chance to pick up this trophy for the first time in franchise history. Let's turn it over courtside for the starting lineup of both teams.
Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Joven Racelis. Second referee, Mr. Joffer Educado. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our Cignal HD Spikers. Let's begin with their team captain, who wears jersey number 8, John Paul Bugawan. At number 3, Joshua Retamar. Number 6, Mark Calado. At number 11, Joshua Umandal. Number 17, John Mark Ronquillo. And at number 20, Lloyd Josephat. Starting libero is number 7, Vince Lorenzo. And head coach, Mr. Dexter Clamore. Presenting our CHICHI DHTSI Brotherhood Titans. Team captain wears jersey number 5, Jonathan Sorio. At number 3, Matthew Miguel. Wearing jersey number 7, Ferdinand Daniega. At number 13, Christian Alicante. Number 16, Rafael Del Pilar. And number 19, John Mark Lim. Starting libero is number 25, Dan Carlo de la Cruz. Head coach, Mr. Roberto, Coach Obet Javier. This is match number 9, preliminary round, season 7. The Invitational Conference.
Starting
of
lineup
the
for Coach Dexter Clamore and the HD Spikers. Good to see J.M. Ronquillo, one of the rookies in the lineup, along, of course, with Omar Etamar in the starting lineup. JP Bugawan is their team captain for the Invitational Conference.
Joshua Mandal will be leading the attacking for the HD Spikers. As we said a while ago, ang daming nadagdag sa Cignal.
Yeah.
So kahit na merong dalawang nawala, ang daming pagpipilian ni Coach Dexter. And that is one good problem, I would say, for the HD Spikers. Kasi tatlo yung setter nila right now. You can choose EJ Casanya. He is currently playing for Alas Pilipinas. Omar Etamar is there. Then you also have Cian Sila.
That's right. Meantime, it's the same starting 6 as well for Coach Obet Javier. And the Brotherhood Titans, as the HD Spikers get an easy one to start off the opening set.
And they will encounter a lot of organized blocking formations from the HD Spikers. Kaya importante na handa yung suporta sa likuran.
But what you like and what we showed during the open, Neil, is the fact that, and you mentioned it, the Brotherhood Titans play clean. They're neat volleyball, minimal errors over 4 and 5 sets.
That is correct. But aside from keeping it clean, they also have to be able to defend well.
Yeah.
Just look at the attack of Lloyd Josaphat. It was a simple be-quick play, but the fact na ang daming options ni Owa on the floor, it makes the blockers think kung sino ba pupuntahan nila. So it's always important to shadow yung taong nasa harapan mo to be able to get a good rebound.
A nice hit there coming from Josaphat. But this time around, that's picked up. Attack from the back row, easy. Up for Calado. And here's Ronquillo with the tip. Sorio pops it up. Sorio attacks, looking for the down the line and misses.
Cignal is now putting the pressure on the attackers of CHICHI DHTSI. Bumungad ba naman ng 3-man block? Of course, mapapaisip yung attackers ng Titans kung saan sila pwedeng dumaan.
But if you are the Titans, I mean, how do you break? As you see Obaretamar send it out. How do you break it? How do you go around a 3-man block?
You can really just target the fingertips of the blockers, but again, that requires so much precision. Kailangan accurate din yung swing and contact point for you to be able to get the touch that you want. And the angle should also be on point. And right now, as you can see, Cignal is just keeping it simple.
Yeah.
Not a lot of combination plays. That's a trademark isolation for Oaretamar.
Joshua Umandan with his first points of the game. 4 serving 1. And the 2 points that the Brotherhood Titans have so far, all coming from errors of the HD Spikers. Jonathan Soria, formerly from Vanguard, out of San Juan, and went to PUP. Ball is saved. Alicante attacks, bounces it off the block. Vince Lorenzo defending very well from the back row. De La Cruz pops it up. Sorio unable to get it across the net.
Oaretamar has been distributing the ball so well to his attackers. Parang ang dali lang niyang naka-gel with Cignal.
And obviously, that stint with Alas in Bahrain and several other international competitions helped him become more, I guess, versatile when it comes to who he's playing with and adjusting to his offensive players. Another miscue on the part of the HD Spikers. John Mark Lim out of Bicol went to San Sebastian, had 5 points against FEU DNS Steel. Second referee, Jofer Educado, is sorting something out with the HD Spikers bench. I think he's asking Steven Rotter and Louis Ramirez to come out of the bench players huddle because they're not in the lineup today. JP Bugawan knocking it in.
Introducing himself to the entire league. Welcome to Santa Rosa.
There is the bench of the HD Spikers. Ronquillo out of DLSU with a serve. Sorio passes. Del Pilar, also from DLSU. Rafael Del Pilar. There's Calado knocking it in.
Such an easy point for an athlete like Mark Calado. Probably one of the highest jumpers dito sa lineup na Cignal HD.
Who do you think jumps higher, Calado or Bugawan?
Parang parehas na.
Deniega unable to get the up. And an early 5-point lead for the HD Spikers. 8-3 against the Brotherhood Titans. Opening set.
back here in the Spikers turf. Cignal's road to redemption is not without its bumps as 3 of their players are not playing today. Luis Ramirez with a right shoulder injury, Steven Rotter with a left ankle sprain that he sustained from a tune-up game last Friday, and Wendell Miguel still recovering from dengue. Pero sabi ni Coach Dex, maliban sa mga injury na to, this team, this new lineup is actually still in the process of adapting to Cignal system and culture. After all, wala pang isang buwan since they were able to train ng kompleto, as half of them were a part of the national team. But despite these challenges, sabi ni Coach Dex, he has 3 very capable setters. Nahirapan nga siya pumili kung sino ang magsa-start sa kanila. And this is a champion team, and today, sisimulan nila ang biyahe on the road to redemption. Neil and Eric.
All right, thanks very much, Doreen. Very quick timeout after the technical timeout by Coach Javier. We'll listen in.
Naka-penetrate yung blocker. Ibig sabihin, ang backside niyan, nandiyan lang din sa attack line. Harap na, sa harap natin sila. Labitan yung coverage nyo. Go!
Let's take a look at what Coach Javier, I believe that's the replay we're going to show. A nice block by HD Spikers. Calado.
Penetration was clear. The hands of the blockers were pressed above the net, and yun yung pinopoint out ni Coach Obet a while ago.
Very early, the Brotherhood Titans starting to fall apart. Back-to-back points off the technical timeout by the HD Spikers, and an adjustment will be made now. As Alicante will sit down, Yorong, Jufranch Yorong out of PCU checking in for the first time today. Yorong did not play against FEU, had 1 point against the Navigators. Wow.
That's another error for Cignal HD. Most of the points of the Titans have come from the errors of Cignal.
3 of the 4, actually. Matthew Miguel with a serve. Oh, back row, Umandal.
Wow. There will be a challenge on the floor. Might be a footfall challenge called by Chi-Chi DHTSI.
And no need for that, according to our second referee, Jofer Educado, as Joven Racelis saw it and made the call already. Now it's
a counter challenge
Dexter
from Coach
Clamor.
Dexter Clamor.
Right. You love the dynamic of the challenge, right? You can counter challenge a previous challenge, or you can challenge a referee's call. I mean, gives a lot of opportunities for coaches. One is to make it a pseudo timeout. Another is, of course, try to turn things around in their favor. You know, here's a look. And it is clearly a footfall.
There was a footfall, so that will be an unsuccessful challenge for Coach Dexter. Point will go to the Titans.
We have yet to see an offensive point so far from the Brotherhood Titans.
Nerves are definitely there. You can feel it sa court ng Chi-Chi DHTSI.
And there you go.
That might just change the mood for them. Monster block from Del Pilar against one of the best middle blockers of the Spikers turf. He is the tallest one on the floor. So if meron mang pwedeng makabantay kay JP Bogawan, it would be Del Pilar.
Should be about 6'3". Rafael Del Pilar. And back row attack is good from Jonathan Sorio, who scored 12 against FEU.
Pinega getting creative in that last play. We didn't see a lot of those back row hits in their previous games. But yun yung point ng Spikers turf. You have to grow also habang kinakalaban mo yung mga teams dito. You learn from there. You can see their offensive pattern na when you apply it to your own system, makita mo na pwede rin pala. So that will give more space for the offense to flow.
And while this may be a renamed old team, Richmark Sports, it's almost an entirely new team. I mean, no holdovers from the lineup of Richmark Sports from last Open Conference. So this is practically a new team. Just the same franchise and a different name. Mandal. That could have been outside. Sorio picked it up. Pushed by Miguel. Mandal tries again. Oh, nice drop shot.
Still no combination play from Cignal HD. It's just about execution. Boa will deliver a perfect set. May it be a quick attack or a simple set papunta sa left or right wing.
Nice serve, but a terrific receive coming from Sorio. Overpass. It comes back. Yorong picks it up. Sorio with an easy over. Lorenzo sets it up. And a nice little push there from JP Bugawan.
Not the most powerful hit, but he was high enough to get that soft touch in.
Brotherhood Titans looking for a side out. Lead starting to build once again for the HD Spikers. They're up by 6, and another error here on a short serve coming from Calado.
Most of their errors have come from that service line. For sure, yung mga assistant coach ni Coach Dexter, yun yung mga nililista.
And then during practice, do you serve more? Is that what happens?
Yep. And nag-overload din yung mga teams when they commit a huge amount of errors. Right now, they're at 4 compared to the 0 errors on the service line from Chi-Chi DHTSI.
We mentioned how clean they play. So half of the points of the Brotherhood Titans coming from errors by last year's first runner-up in the Invitational Conference. Del Pilar, the push up by Umandal. Umandal gets it back down the line. It's outside. Another error. So that's 5 of the 9 points of the Brotherhood Titans as Vince Abrot checks in for the first time today. Meantime, the lineup of Coach Obed gonna get smaller as Del Pilar will sit down. Service specialist Frias will check in. Mark Frias out of San Juan National High School had a point coming from an ace against FEU. Nice looking serve, but Lorenzo with a perfect pass. Sorio didn't like it, so an underhand easy over. Retamar all the way out to Vince Abrot. Pancake save by Frias. Sorio pops it up. Miguel from the back row, easy hit. Retamar, this time they go to Josapat, who nails it.
That is the 10th attack point from the HD Spikers. Chi-Chi DHTSI has registered 2 attack points in this set. They've had some fair share of opportunities to attack the defense of Cignal HD, but when it comes to efficiency, mas lumalamang talaga itong HD Spikers.
What a receive there coming from John Mark Lim. Battle at the net. Hit the antenna. Last touched by a player from the Brotherhood Titans. That'll take us to our second technical timeout. It's a 7-point lead for the HD Spikers opening set.
Siguro nakuha namin learnings ng champion ko, which is yung team namin talaga solid kami. Bawat isa may connection, bawat gagawin, nakasuporta yung bawat isa. So ngayon, dodoble namin kung ano yung ginawa namin last conference. Mas pagbubutihan namin talaga dapat na magawa yung best namin.
Mandal talking about the goal of winning their 8th championship. And that time around, defense of the HD Spikers caught napping.
Three points already for Joshua Omandal. But one of the goals also of Coach Dex is to field in all of his players. Kasi parang yung nasa bench, tinitingnan ko, pang first 16 to eh.
That's true. And you're talking about Sian Silang. Nasquaza is there. Martin Bugawan, of course, one of the new acquisitions out of FEU. the younger brother of JP. Vince Abrot, cross court, off the shoulder of Deniega. Deniega with the easy over. What you notice, a lot of longer rallies. Brotherhood Titans, their defense looking better. Nice push by Sorio. Rally continues. Retamar, back set, back row. Calado knocks it in.
Clear view of the sky para kay Mark Calado. When you have a middle blocker like Lloyd Josaphat approaching for a quick attack, it will really convince the middle blocker of the opponent to jump. But ang maganda naman sa CHICHI DHTSI, nakikita natin, they're getting a couple of digs against the attackers of Cignal HD. That should be the start of a good three-touch play. But again, importante pa rin that you attack convincingly.
Fifth service fault. And you can tell by the facial expression, Coach Clamore does not like it. Retamar, they go to the middle. Nice block there.
Sigh of relief from Lim. They've been wanting to get good kill blocks against the attackers of the HD Spikers. That is the second kill block for DHTSI. First one was against CP Bugawan.
Ronquillo with a dump. And Yoro giving up probably one whole foot to Ronquillo. Take a look.
Perfect.
What a
Kneeling
mismatch.
reverse set from Owaretamar.
6-point game. 18 serving 12. Former Red Warrior, Frias, not a good pass. Yorong against two blockers. That's outside the antenna. The set was too far. But you love the trust Coach Obet Javier has with some of these guys. I mean, they're obviously not, you know, they not as tall as what he'd want them to be, but they've got heart. These young kids from the Brotherhood Titans. Guys like Frias, Yorong. There's Mark Frias with a nice pass. Lim trying to be creative, not that time around.
Connection issues there from Deniega and Lim.
Still, you like that block by John Mark Lim earlier. They can get more of that. Get themselves back in this game or have a good start, a better start in the second set. There's Yoro. A nice hit off a triple block.
That was exactly the instructions of Coach Obet. Tinitingnan ko kasi sila kanina, and Coach Obet was saying, you will face tall blockers, you will face at least a double block. You have to be smart and just hit it off the hands of the HD Spikers.
Meantime, Gianpaolo Mosera, one of the oldest players in the lineup at 31. Checking in for the first time today. He's from the University of Manila. Has not scored yet so far in 2 games. For the Brotherhood Titans, Retamar goes to Ronquillo. Mosera passing, and that'll not come back.
Ronquillo has been on the roll. Papahinga muna siya at papasok ngayon si EJ Casanya and Alfred Balbuena. Double sub for Coach Dexter Clamore.
EJ Casanya, former Altas, who played with Coach Clamore back in the day. Sorio with a great pass. Deniega sets it up. Here's Miguel. Pushes long. Casanya sets it from the back row. Abrot is rejected. Another great block by Rafael Del Pilar. Played 1 season in the UAAP season 79 for DLSU Spikers. Not a good pass there from Vince Abrot. Calado. There's an up from De La Cruz. Push Sorio from back row. Casanya. Oh, JP Bugawan went up high for that one.
CHICHI DHTSI had the opportunity to put that ball away. Mark Calado was forced to just put that ball over, but they weren't able to convert. And in the sport of volleyball, there are different skill set categories. If hindi gumagana yung atake, kailangan gumana yung blocking, kailangan gumana yung receive and floor defense. Hindi siya pwedeng mag-snowball kasi it will really be hard for you to challenge a champion team like the HD Spikers if hindi magko-connect yung 3 touches.
This connects, but it's an easy over coming from Mosera. Combination play, but that was too low.
Yeah. Set was just too low, even for a high leaper like Mark Calado. Cignal is now in double digits pagdating sa unforced error.
Wow.
So that will be the focal point of set number 2. Subukan nilang linisin yung serving game nila.
Yorong, a floater. Another attempt at the combination play. This one goes through, but it wasn't pretty. Sorio cross court. Oh, Vince Lorenzo with an excellent dig. Calado, that one's outside. Another error for the HD Spikers.
Low contact point from Mark Calado.
Do you feel like the HD Spikers sort of experimenting right now?
Not necessarily. I just feel like they're trying to run all the possible plays that they can run here in this game. But again, this is their debut game.
Yeah.
So, for sure, iba pa rin kasi yung nasa setting ka ng actual league itself compared to training, compared to tune-up matches.
So a little bit of rust, perhaps? Okay. Yorong will sit back down after the side out by Vince Abrot. Alicante will check back in. By the way, Hernan Salazar is in the ball game for the first time for the Brotherhood Titans, number 18. JP Bugawan, a longtime national team member. Since before it was Alas Filipinas. Bad pass from Alicante, a little cold from the bench. And this is going to be the last time out for Coach Javier who will listen in.
Kaya kita dilagay doon kasi para makareceive ka naman. Wala pang 25 yan, no? Wala pang 25. Pwede pang umangat, oh. Sige.
Coach Obet Javier, a long-time, highly respected volleyball coach, been coaching over 30 years. Teams like UE, NU, St. Jude, Siena College, and so many more. Right now, the head coach of Arellano University. 8 set points against the Brotherhood Titans.
They will try to gain at least some kind of momentum before we finish set number 1 para pag dating ng set number 2, hindi na sila mangangapa. As for Cignal, they only need 1 more point.
Set by Mosera. There's a push. Casanya with a great set. Balbuena sends it outside. It's wide. Nope, that was in for Balbuena. We'll take another look how close that was. Seemed like it went wide. There is a block touch, and it's clearly in. So, very comfortable first set in favor of the HD Spikers against the Brotherhood Titans, 25-16. The sun's setting here in Santa Rosa City, but the action continues after the first set. 9-point win for the HD Spikers against the Brotherhood Titans. We'll take a look at some of the highlights of the opening set.
The CHICHI DHTSI Titans couldn't get a lot of points from their offense and defense. We saw some sparks of hope when they were able to establish good blocking patterns. But ultimately, it was really the attacking of Cignal that dealt the damage in set number 1. They were all over the place. Everybody was contributing. Minaximize ni Owa lahat ng possible plays eh. Wala pang ang combination play in the middle. Only isolation plays. 15 attacks compared to the 4 of CHICHI DHTSI. Clearly not good enough to overcome the defense of the HD Spikers, but it's a brand new set.
Yeah.
They will have another chance to perform better. And when everything's not going the way you want it to go, ang importante lang, pumalik tayo sa basics. You have to focus on your reception because in the latter parts of set number 1, they were also having a difficult time in passing that ball to the setter's box. Kaya hirap na hirap din si Deniega na pumili ng magandang point of attack. So that should be the start of set number 2 for CHICHI DHTSI. And as for Cignal, yung unforced errors, ang dami masyado for a champion team. Of course, mataas ang expectations. So itong 10, mataas na to. And I'm looking at Coach Dexter. He's thinking about probably fielding in a different set of players. Pwede.
It seems like Nasquaza is going to get a chance to check in for the first time. We'll see.
Joshua Omandal will march back into the starting unit. Kanina pinalitan siya ni Ruben Sabrot.
So no Nasquaza yet. But you mentioned the errors, 10 for the HD Spikers. That's more than half of what the Brotherhood Titans put together. But have they settled in? You think, because you mentioned about the nerves for the guys in purple, have they settled in? This is basically their 11th set in the Invitational Conference.
Dapat. Because we're already in the second set.
Yeah.
Usually, nawawala naman yung nerves after the first few points of the first set.
So you've got Retamar with Bugawan, Josafat, Umandal, Calado, and the young Ronquillo in the lineup for the HD Spikers. Meanwhile, it's Sorio in the starting lineup. John Mark Lim. Rene Lopez seeing action for the first time today. And Ferdinand Diniega will continue to play setter along with Matthew Miguel, one of the outside spikers for Coach Obed Javier. Second set underway. Umandal chasing it down against 2 blockers. Easy over. Diniega to Sorio. Block. Nice coverage. And that's Miguel. Matthew Miguel.
That was a good set from Deniega, recognizing the 2 blockers in front of them, the other side of the court. Na-open up si Miguel, and Miguel is also one of the options or go-to players of CHICHI Brotherhood. So kailangan mapainit ni Deniega yung lefty opposite nila.
They keep going to him. And this one, back-to-back points for Matthew Miguel as CHICHI Brotherhood off to a very good start here. 2-0 second set.
This is the start that they want. They want to establish an early lead against Cignal. Para pag magkaipitan man sa dulo, at least you have that allowance for error.
Diniega, nice looking serve. Calado pops it up. Here's Umandal, single blocker. Not good enough. De La Cruz unable to dig it.
What can you say about Jao Umandal?
That has not been said.
The power and the speed.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. Slow-mo yan
First attack point for the HD Spikers. And here's an ace from Owara Tamar. So after the mini 2-point run by the CHICHI Brotherhood, now HD Spikers answer right back to tie the game. Just 24 years old, Owara Tamar, out of the area. He's from San Pedro, Laguna. And that one is good for Sorio.
Finding the corner pocket. All of the 3 points from CHICHI Brotherhood galing na yan sa atake nila.
Yeah.
And in the first set, they only registered 4 attack points. So, malapit na nila ma-match yun.
Just too tough to cover. So many talented offensive players for the HD Spikers. Josafat getting into the act. Jao Umandal rotates to the service area. Jao is 25, also one of the assistant coaches for the USD Growling Tigers. Solid block against Rene Lopez.
Cignal was also able to collect 2 kill blocks in set number 1, matching the output of CHICHI Brotherhood.
HD Spikers have taken the lead for the first time here in set number 2, and they've scored back-to-back points. Service ace for Umandal. There's Coach Obed Javier on your screens. Five serving 3.
Unforced error will give CHICHI Brotherhood that break point. But pagdating sa service category, Cignal has already tallied 5. Wala pa yung CHICHI Brotherhood.
Served by John Mark Lim. They send the point right back.
These are the things that you can actually control.
Yeah.
Because it's only you na nandyan na nasa service line. So you have to take your time so that you can get the optimal toss para maganda rin yung contact point. Jump serve or float serve, it's still the same. You need to have that proper height when it comes to the tossing.
Lopez with a hit. Josafat will play setter. Here comes Calado against 2 blockers.
He's so light on his feet. Beautiful approach there from Mark Calado. Relax na relax pa sa lagay na yun.
7-4. HD Spikers. Deniega was behind Lopez. Easy over. Umandal back row. Was one into the net.
Wanted to be aggressive. Mga nagulat si Owa Retamar that Umandal hit that back row attack.
Jao is always not 100% every time he hits the ball. Calado. Ooh, what an angle for Mark Calado.
Easy ball for Mark Calado, and that will give Cignal a 3-point lead as we head into our first technical timeout.
Back here in the Spikers turf, Eric and Neil, right before the start of the second set, the CHICHI Titans were jokingly telling each other na guys, isa lang to, next year na ulit, kaya enjoyin natin. Talking about going up against a team like Cignal, and they actually consider it a good thing that they are facing 3 of what they see are the strongest teams in the Spikers turf in their first 3 matches. Lalo na against Cignal, nakikita nila to as an opportunity to be pushed to their full potential. Alam nila that they have to go through a process being a new team in the league, at yung mga bagay, mga play na nag-work sa barangayan ay hindi na nag-work dito. But more than anything, the Titans are giddy for this game as they see this as a testament to how far they've come from the streets of San Juan. Eric and Neil.
All right, thanks very much, Doreen. Well, Cignal is indeed one of top 3 for sure, maybe even top 2 in the Invitational Conference. The Brotherhood Titans, they've lost so far to the Navigators, to FEU. And right now they're down by 3 points and down a set.
It will get exciting pagdating natin sa semi-final round. We will have a guest team join the top 4 teams in a single round robin format. Top 2 will advance to our gold medal match, and rank 3 and 4 will head into the bronze medal. Both matches will be knockout matches. Sorio starting to get more points here in the second set. That is the correct contact point, hitting high and long, because you really can't challenge the blockers of Cignal head on. And when you're trying to set up a block against JP Bugawan, you have to jump as high as possible. Look at that. Double block was there, pero ang taas lang talaga ng daan ng bola ni Bugawan.
And the way he was drifting to the left as well. I mean, that's going to be hard to cover for anyone. Bugawan with the serve. It's just a 3-point game. Sorio, the push is high. Easy pickup for Bugawan, but that was an overpass. That could have been an overreach for Retamar. No call. Miguel, back row, popped up by Calado. Retamar to Umandal. Got it.
He's back in his top scoring ways.
Well, as good as the HD Spikers are playing, the CHICHI Brotherhood keeping it close here in set number 2. Miguel back row, off-speed hit, overpassed. And, yep, that one's an overreach by Retamar. They call by Joven Racelis, our first referee.
First referee is claiming that the ball was still on the side of CHICHI Brotherhood. You cannot interfere with that ball.
All right, it's a 3-point game. Dexter Clamore just walking away. Trying to avoid extra words getting passed around. Ronquillo from the back row. They get the point back from an attack. How would you assess the HD Spikers' performance so far in a 7.5, you know?
Mukhang revamped. Parang revamped na pinalakas mo palalo. Itong Cignal HD. Again, Ronquillo is fresh off college, but you can see na wala na siya agad connection issues with Retamar. That says a lot about his skill level.
Meantime, Sandy Montero in the game for the first time, number 1, libero for the HD Spikers. There's going to be a challenge here by Coach Clamore. Peter Torres, Alexis Faitaren, part of the coaching staff of Coach Clamore. HD Spikers, their very first game in the 2024 Invitational Conference of the Spikers turf. Meanwhile, their opponents, this is game number 3 for the Chi-Chi Brotherhood. And in case you're wondering what DHTSI is, there's a net touch, clearly. They're a transport service company. So another unsuccessful challenge for Coach Clamore.
Sometimes di na nararamdaman pag sobrang nipis nung tama nung forearms sa tape ng net.
And again, Brotherhood Titans, Neil, they're keeping it close, only down by 3 here. Josapat. That ball clipped the net, but if it didn't, De La Cruz was right there for the dig. And the expression on Coach Clamore after his second straight unsuccessful challenge. Is he upset at his player for not feeling out that they touched the net on the block attempt? Umandal serving. Thunderous serve. Deniega sets it up and go to Rene Lopez. Yeah, what a nice shot. It wasn't powerful, but he got the angle.
Some of the players of Cignal are claiming that the ball was outside, but I don't think they will be using another challenge card. Nakagamit lang nila. It was unsuccessful.
Their batting average pretty low when it comes to challenges today. So that is a good idea. Service ace! Back-to-back points for Chi-Chi Brotherhood. It is now just a 2-point game.
CHICHI Brotherhood has done a good job in delivering heavy serves, and they are challenging the first pass of the HD Spikers. Hindi na natutuwa si Coach Dex. So he will call for time.
Mababa intensity, relax lang rin tayo. No, tapos na ba? One set pa lang pa tayo na nanalo. Kailangan natin mayroon 3 set para matapos yung laban. Binibigyan natin sila ng chance na ng momentum na umangat eh. Okay? Again, boy, we have to communicate. Pag play left talaga. Pumasok ka na lang. Okay? Go.
Let's go! Hey, signal! Signal! Boy, front line ka.
It sounds odd that Coach Clamor is coaching like he's talking to a bunch of rookies. He's talking about, a match doesn't end in 2 sets, doesn't end in a set, because these players, his lineup, his roster is chock full of not just veterans, but champion players in different levels. Calado. Yes.
This is the point where Coach Dexter wants to get more separation. Again, meron pa tayong players na aabangan. CNC lang. Sandy Montero, their second libero, and Martin Bugawan has yet to debut in this match.
And Nasquaza as well has not seen action.
Nasquaza, that's correct. This is now a 4-point lead.
So nice response after the timeout. There is Martin Bugawan. We saw Alfred Valbuena a little bit already.
With that point of JP, he is now the top scorer for the HD Spikers.
Off speed. Oh, another terrific shot by Matthew Miguel.
Great find there. Donut hole in the defense pattern of Cignal HD. And usually, yan yung mga bola na sure point na sa Cignal when you deliver a free point or a self-touch. They can counter hard.
Right.
But the defenders were sleeping on that ball.
Meantime, Mosera returns along with Christian Alicante, who has been quiet today. Alicante, we mentioned during the Open, back-to-back games in double digits. Mosera serves it outside. Second technical timeout. It's a 4-point lead for the HD Spikers here in set number 2.
Siyempre, since kami yung bagong team, kami yung underdog. And hindi kami nag-expect ng sobrang taas of team. So parang inuunti-unti lang namin. And talagang sinasabi lang naman namin sa sarili namin na kung gusto namin may mapatunayan, kailangan namin paghirapan, pagpapaguran namin. And every game naman parang gano'n naman dapat. Dapat binibigay mo yung best.
Dan De La Cruz, 6 digs, 12 receptions in that loss against FEU DN Steel Roofing. He's 29, a true blue Arellano chief for the juniors and seniors division. He used to be a scorer, now he's a libero. Still a 4-point game. Any play can turn it around if you're Chi-Chi Brotherhood. Alicante blocked. He will try again. And there's a net touch. Going to be called against the HD Spikers.
That will be a bonus point for Chi-Chi Brotherhood. Set number 1, Chi-Chi scored 16 points. They're now at 13 in a good position, in a better position compared to that opening frame. And now they will have a chance to attack. No need.
Yep.
Because that will be another unforced error for Cignal. This is now just a 2-point ball game.
A little 2-point run after being down by 4 for the Brotherhood Titans. Rene Lopez, that serve is way outside. Ugh. That's something obviously Coach Obet Javier will focus on. They're going up against one of the best teams here in the Invitational Conference. You don't want to give them easy points. Former Tamarao, Mark Calado. Mosera sets it up for Rafael Del Pilar. The up by Sandy Montero. Back row, Calado. Nice job on the dig. Coming from Mike De La Cruz. Bugawan, yes!
You can get a dig once, but not twice, says JP Bugawan.
Bugawan, another former Tamarao. Quick two-point run. Stopped right there on a service fault by Mark Calado.
More substitutions for Coach Obet.
So Quirt Marinas is in for the first time today. He is one of the youngest players in the lineup of Coach Javier, only 18 years old. And this is his first stint in the Invitational Conference. He was a DNP, did not play against FEU DNS Steel, or DN Steel, and the Navigators. Calado passes to Mandal against two blockers. There's a net touch as well against CHICHI Brotherhood.
Chi-Chi is now getting touches on the attacks of Cignal HD. Next step is to be able to control kung saan mapupunta yung rebound. And of course, kailangan din iwasan yung net.
Ooh. Umandad close to a lift there. How explosive and talented is Jao Mandal.
Dalawang isip siya nung first ball, so he just decided to take it easy and set it up.
Timeout here for the Brotherhood Titans. We'll listen in.
Diyan ka ganito kung dito nung tumatawag sa isa-isa lang. Sayang depensa. Sayang depensa. Simular tayo. Minsan lang yung depensa. Chichi!
After staying within 3 or 4 points, Brotherhood Titans find themselves down by 5. This is the biggest lead for JP Bugawan and the HD Spikers here in set number 2. Close to a double-double for JP Bugawan. Mosera with a pass to Sorio. Casanya gets the first touch on a 1-2 play. Calado sends it into the net.
They've been trying to run that 1-2 play from the back row. They haven't found the right rhythm.
Well, if you're that athletic, you know, you can try stuff like that. That could have been pretty, and they pulled it off. In the meantime, Alicante will sit down, and so will Mosera.
Kasama na yan sa playbook ng Cignal HD.
Starting setter Deniega back in the game and will serve. Umandal with the first touch. Back row, Calado. The lead is 5 again for the HD Spikers. Former Fighting Maroon, Alfred Valbuena. Nice serve, gets an ace.
These are the quality minutes na malaking tulong for Coach Dexter. Anybody that you call in, mukhang pupuntos din naman for Cignal HD. They're just 3 points away from getting a 2-sets-to-none lead in their first game in the Spikers turf.
Solid block against Sorio will force Coach Javier to call another timeout, his last one.
Wala pa rin nakasupport ko sa spiker namin. Kailangan merong coverage. May cover tayo. Pwede, pag set mo, ikaw unang-unang makakalam kung sino-sino papalo. Pagbato sa back set, harap ka sa back set. Ha? Sabihan mo na yung spiker. Chichi! Hi, Dad!
How would you rate Neil, the difference in performance for the Brotherhood Titans, first and second set?
Well, at the start of the second set, we saw them work hard for their points. So that the attacks came from Miguel and Soria, if I'm not mistaken. So magandang simula yun. But in the midpoint of this set, medyo nag-loosen up yung defense nila. And these communication errors will definitely be costly on their end. Kumbaga, mahirap na nga pumuntos against Cignal, tapos bibigyan sila ng libreng point kagaya nun.
Valbuena with the serve. And if the Brotherhood Titans don't score in this play, they will finish the same way, finish the second set the same way they did the opening set. And then, yep, identical scores to finish out the second set and the first set. Another 9-point win. HD Spikers off this hit. Alfred Valbuena from the back row. Well, the Brotherhood Titans kept it close for a bit, but midway through the set, HD Spikers pulled away for a 2-0 advantage.
We're back inside the Santa Rosa Sports Complex in Laguna for the continuation of our coverage of the Spikers Surf Invitational Conference. It is Cignal versus the Chi-Chi DHTSI Titans. It was a similar scoreline, 25-16 in that second set. And as I said earlier, it was really the attacking still of Cignal HD that dealt the damage dun sa depensa ng Chi-Chi DHTSI. Chi-Chi had more attacks definitely compared to their first set performance, but they still need to be consistent, especially on the reception area. Merong mga times na nagkakaroon ng miscommunication issues between the players on the floor, and it is surprising because Doreen actually reported in their first game na buo na tong kinuha itong Chi-Chi DHTSI. So wala nang tryout, so magkakakilala na sila from the get-go. So we expect clear communication from them. But again, looking at the numbers, this time around, wala na silang na-register na blocks. In the first set, they were able to garner 2. And Cignal had their serving game going. They delivered a lot of explosive jump serves, even float serves that helped them prevent Chi-Chi from getting more attack points. Napababa naman nila yung unforced errors nila to 8, but again, that's still a lot coming from Cignal HD.
Arena Plus, astig sa sports. You look at the crowd inside the Santa Rosa City Sports Complex. We are inside the gymnasium. Tuesday afternoon volleyball action here in Santa Rosa City. First provincial or out-of-town game for the Spikers turf. And it is also the first game of the HD Spikers so far in the conference. And they are looking good. Meanwhile, Christian Alicante and these Chi-Chi Brotherhood Titans looking for their first set win today. You saw Nas Guaza in the starting lineup here in set number 3, along with Xian Silang. There is an overreach going to be called against the Brotherhood Titans for the first point of the HD Spikers here in set number 3. Xian Silang This is his third. Spikers turf team. Played for the Army, played for Cotabato. And Matthew Miguel knocks it in. One of the top scorers for the Brotherhood Titans.
He is one of the brightest spots in this game. It has been Miguel and Sorio getting the points for CHICHI Brotherhood.
Nasquaza tips it. Sorio. Oh, through the double lock. First taste of the lead here in the third set for Sorio, Jonathan Sorio, the team captain, and CHICHI Brotherhood. Nice serve. No, went long though, did not go down as it sailed long for Christian Alicante, who has really not been himself offensively.
That was painful for CHICHI because it was an excellent hit coming from Sorio. Then again, you follow it up with an unforced error. So, kailangan makuha nila ulit yon in the next rally. But that serve from Rubens abroad will find the floor. Will now overtake CHICHI in set number 3.
Former CSB Blazer, Vince Abrot. Much better pass by De La Cruz. And a solid one-man block, Mark Calado and Matthew Miguel.
He's doing everything. He's scoring the points. He's delivering heavy serves. Now he's getting single blocks against the best attackers of CHICHI Brotherhood.
2 straight points for the HD Spikers for a 2-point lead. Another great pass by De La Cruz. De Niega to Sorio. Popped up by Montero. Back row for Abrot. Sorio. Alicante with the up. Here's a chance ball for the white shirts. Silang to Nasquaza. And De La Cruz unable to get it back in play. Three straight points scored by the HD Spikers. Another good pass by Dan Carlo De La Cruz del Pilar with a push. Guaza trying to save it, but unsuccessful.
Drop ball works for the quick attack of CHICHI Brotherhood.
That's how you make your presence felt.
That's how you introduce yourself. Now haharap na ngayon si Martin Bugawan, the younger brother of JP Bugawan. Also a star from the collegiate ranks coming from the Far Eastern University.
Service fault for Nasquaza. He's 27 out of PCU.
After 2 sets, it's still the same problem for Cignal. Their serving has been on and off.
Ronquillo up by Matthew Miguel. Sorio against a double block. Got it.
That's how it should be done. Sorio fearless in that last attack, challenging the double block of Ronquillo and Bugawan.
Good answer by CHICHI Brotherhood there within 1 and a chance to tie in this rally. Oh, Martin Bugawan, his first points as a pro.
On the adjustment, set was a bit low coming from Silang.
Yeah, when you set for any of the Bugawans, you set it really high.
Yeah. Quick attack pero kailangan medyo mataas para maabot nila yung bola.
Sorio again pushes it. Silang, that one a little high, but not a problem for Martin Bugawan.
Back-to-back points for Bugawan.
8-5, 3-point lead for the HD Spikers against CHICHI Brotherhood, set number 3.
Back here in the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Galing sa pagiging tinik sa lalamunan ng Cignal, Joshua Retamar is now one of their playmakers. Kwento nga ni Owa, malaking adjustment daw coming from NU dahil panibagong mga playing style, attitude yung kinakapa niya. But he did say that what makes adjusting easier is that because experience na nga ang team na to, they meet him halfway in terms of the plays they want. Not to mention, meron siyang dalawang kapalitan na setter na sabi niya, iba ang setting style sa kanya. So definitely mas magaan and they get to play around depende sa kalaban. And from being a part of the reigning champions in the last Invitational Conference, goal naman ni Owa to help lead this team all the way to the championship. Eric and Neil.
All right, thank you, Doreen. That's right. Part of the Santa Elena Nationals, the champions of the 2023 Invitational Conference. Now he's part of a team that's looking to win their very first Invitational Conference. Calado knocks it in after that drop shot by Deniega earlier.
That's always the goal of Cignal HD, is to collect as many championships as possible in all of the editions of the Spikers Turf.
Oh, great pass by Jonathan Sorio. The dump attempt comes back. Salazar misses the mark.
And too low for that quick attack.
It's miscommunication between Deniega and Hernan Salazar as Calado sends it into the net once again.
Lim will now replace Del Pilar as the middle blocker of CHICHI Brotherhood. He will try to make an impact because this is their last chance to extend this match into a fourth frame.
Montero with a pass. Ooh. Martin Bugawan sends it wide. Martin Bugawan, in his final season for FEU, won the first Best Middle Blocker Award. Season 86, bad pass by Montero. Ronquillo saves it, and Montero sends it over. Deniega, Alicante, down the line. Ronquillo pops it up. Sean Silang to Abrot. Sorio, good defense in the back row. Here comes Matthew Miguel. Dug by Calado. Ronquillo into the net.
Errors are starting to pile up for the HD Spikers. CHICHI Brotherhood is within one.
There is a challenge, though. They're saying that hit by Ronquillo hit the arm of Alicante. Look clean from our end. But obviously, we'll have a better look at it on this review. HD Spikers, so far so good. They have not dropped a set. They're up 2-0. Although errors, a big issue for them. They're going to have to clean that up moving forward because, as we mentioned, there are really good teams. The King Crushers, Crisscross, FEU is doing pretty well. FEU DN Steel, and we've got an invitational team coming. We don't know yet from which country, do we? No, they didn't say. Usually get it some from Taiwan, from Japan. All right, here's the hit by Ronquillo. Nope.
That will be the first successful challenge for Coach Dexter.
No. It's still an unsuccessful challenge, right? There was no block touch.
Oh yeah, there was no block touch. So
still
unsuccessful.
He's 0 for 3. 0 for 3.
Coach Dex, pag-isipan muna natin bago ka mag-challenge.
Hernan Salazar with the serve. Silang. Calado.
How do you stop a guy like Mark Calado? You would think na tapos na yung problema mo pag umikot na siya sa back row. But he's just lingering there, waiting for the set para sa back row hit.
Bugawan serving. Good pass by Sorio again. Lim with a good push. Abrot, easy over. Pass by De La Cruz. Alicante. He's having issues with his, at least with a jump, as Nasquaza with his second point.
The power difference is very evident in this game. You can see the attacks of Cignal HD, 100% power. But when it comes to CHICHI Brotherhood, parang nag-hold back sila. Parang nag-aalangan silang umatake ng full force.
That's true. Although Alicante is surprising because back-to-back games he's been in double digits. As Matthew Miguel showing us some hang time from the back row.
And he has been the go-to guy for Deniega in this third set.
And again, CHICHI Brotherhood keeping it close. It's just a 2-point game. Ronquillo blocked by Alicante. Ooh, Lim with a wild pass. De La Cruz an easy over. Sean Silang goes to Guaza, and he scores again. Back-to-back points for Nas Guaza.
I love how Sian Silang sets up the second string. Gusto niya rin talaga mabigyan ng spotlight yung mga pinapasok ni Coach Dex. We've seen even distribution ng sets from all three setters ng Cignal.
Oh, a nice push though by Alicante. He's a smart player. Christian Alicante, former MVP in last year's NAASCU Season 21. And again, we mentioned he's coming off back-to-back double-digit games, but today seems to be hampered by his knees. Nas Guaza, though, no problem. Third straight point for Guaza.
Okay, another challenge from Coach Dex. Tingnan natin kung makakuha na siya ng successful challenge. It's a ball-in, ball-out challenge from the HD Spikers.
So Guaza, that will be his third point if the challenge is successful. And so far, we mentioned Coach Clamor and his challenges. He's 0 for 3. Very low batting average today for Coach Clamor. It's another close game, 13-11. 2-point lead for the HD Spikers. They're also up 2-0. This is the only conference they have not won the championship. This one is out. Yep. So another unsuccessful challenge. He's out of challenges for this set, Coach Clamor. He's 0 for 4.
They still have a 1-point lead. And if you're Chi-Chi Brotherhood, ito na yung chance to erase the lead built by Cignal.
Alicante with the floater. Not a good pass there. Coming from Calado. So he is human after all. Deniega to Sorio. Pass was right in the middle of the net. Abrot puts it away. So bad pass by Deniega, and Brotherhood or Chi-Chi Brotherhood lose the opportunity to tie the game. Calado will get a rest, and Jao Umandal back in the game. 14 serving 12. Service fault. Now they're really going for it. And we always say it in the coverage. You serve hard, there's an opportunity, there's a chance for you to miss it. John Mark Lim out of Bicol serving.
10 errors in set number 1, 8 errors in set number 2, and they're nearing the same output.
Here.
Talking about the white shirts.
In the meantime, through the block, Vince Abrot will score from the back row.
That is such a lethal attack point from Cignal HD. Jao Mandal, Ruvin Abrot, JM Ronquillo, Mark Calado. Lahat sila kayang lumipad from the back row.
Ooh, double block against Sorio. He had nowhere to go. 3-point lead for the HD Spikers against Chi-Chi Brotherhood. Second technical timeout. All right, here's an advanced look at our schedule on Friday. We're going to be in Pasig. That's just right along Shaw Boulevard, Inara Sports Arena. Chi-Chi Brotherhood taking on PGJC Navy. in their very first game for the Invitational Conference. Meanwhile, HD Spikers going on a back-to-back as they take on the Spin Doctors of Savage, who today won in 3 sets.
Under the second technical timeout. Last one, serving for the HD Spikers.
16 serving 13. High toss for Guaza. Good pass coming from De La Cruz. Sorio goes above the block of Ronquillo. Chansilang to Martin Bugawan. Good save by Deniega. A chance here for Jao Mandal, rising and scoring.
Mukhang may plano pa si Jao. He wants to end this in 3 straight sets. They're near the 20-point mark. Just being consistent on the attack. Medyo nag-pull back pa nga si Jao. That last point, he is now at 10 points, tying the output of Mark Calado. Bugawan has 9 and Ronquillo has 8.
Jao Umandal knocks it in.
Make that 11 points.
Back-to-back points for Jao Umandal. Back to the biggest lead for the HD Spikers. They're up by 5, 18-13. And Coach Dexter Clamore has just about fielded in everybody in the roster except for their 3 injured players. As reported by Doreen earlier, no Steven Rotter, no Luis Ramirez in the lineup, along with Wendell Miguel. They are recovering from injuries and illnesses. The barrage of points continue for the HD Spikers as Ronquillo knocks it in. Timeout here for Coach Obet Javier. We'll listen in.
Yun ang tanging paraan para tumama yung bola rito eh. Ulit, receive lang ha, madali naman yan o. Basahin yung service o, tapatan mo lang Carlo.
Nakaalis naman okay na kahit amabla kayo, ilaban nyo lang, sumugal na kayo. Cover naman kami.
Sa akin tayo.
Malayo pa yan.
Sige. Pasa mo na ha.
Babawi kami ng receive ha. Bago sa bawi tayo.
CHICHI Titans.
Well, the CHICHI Brotherhood Titans looking to mount a comeback here, but they need a side out first. They have not been able to stop this barrage of points coming from the HD Spikers off the serve by Nas Guaza. Deniega to Sorio against the double block, evades it. Abrot with a nice pass. Here comes Jao Umandal. Scores again. Another break point for the HD Spikers.
Jao Umandal coming in hot again from the left wing. That will prompt Coach Dexter Clamore to field in EJ Casanya and Alfred Valbuena to put the final nail in the coffin.
Lead is 7 for Casanya, Valbuena, and the HD Spikers. That could have been outside, and now it really is. Service ace for Nas Guaza.
Guaza having a lot of fun in the limited minutes that was given to him.
And that one is outside. And the service run finally ends for Nas Guaza, but not after he inflicted plenty of damage. Meantime, substitution for Coach Obet Javier as Mosera and Marinas return to the game. The entire roster as well has been fielded in for Coach Javier and the Chi-Chi Brotherhood. Great pass coming from Jao Umandal, and that is wiped away by Martin Bugawan.
What a powerful hit from Martin Bugawan. They've been trying to run that type of attack. Ngayon nila nakuha yung perfect timing.
Nice hit coming from Marinas. And Balbuena sends it outside.
Yes, there was a check ball.
Officials don't see it that way. Initial call is outside by Joven Roselis.
Salazar acknowledged that there was a check
Touched
ball.
it. Okay, so Salazar admitted, and a point will be given to Coach Dexter Camora and the HT Spikers. He had no more challenges, that's why.
Pero umamin din naman si Salazar.
This
So,
would have been his chance to get a successful challenge.
fair play moment there for CHICHI Brotherhood.
Bad pass. Salazar, easy over. 9-point lead for the HD Spikers. Casanya to Valbuena for their 10th match point.
Defense was all over the place for CHICHI Brotherhood. They just couldn't defend that Alfred Valbuena hit.
Oh, the lucky break there. Casanya with the trickler off the net. Bounced off the head of Mosera. And that is the final point for the double-digit win in the third set for the HD Spikers against CHICHI Brotherhood.
That will be win number 1 for the Cignal HD Spikers. They win it in 3 convincing sets against CHICHI Brotherhood. Just showing that they are one of the teams to beat here in the Invitational Conference of the Spikers turf.
And they've done it today in various ways. Aces, blocks, attacks. HD Spikers showing everyone they are one of the teams to beat in the Invitational Conference, a conference they have not won the championship just yet. Meantime, the CHICHI Brotherhood will drop down to 0-3 in the standings as they lose their very first 3-set match of the Invitational Conference.
Back here in the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Road to redemption looking good as the Cignal HD Spikers start their campaign with a dominant win over the Chi-Chi DHTSI Brotherhood Titans. And I'm here with the best player on the game, Joe Mandal. Joe, welcome back to the Spikers Turf.
Thank you.
And congratulations on the win. Kanina na kwento ni Coach Dex sa akin na parang wala pang isang buwan na nakompleto kayo talaga. How was that whole experience playing with this new set, this new lineup of Cignal players?
Kami siguro sa adjustment pa rin kami ng... Kasi tatlo yung setter namin eh. Kumbaga, bawat isa sa kanila may iba-ibang pitek, may iba-iba silang diskarte. So, kailangan namin ng more on connection and more on time para mas ma-adapt namin yung sistema talaga namin.
Of course, at mahaba pa ang biyahe, this conference. Ano mga aabangan ng lahat ng Cignal fans sa'yo and for the rest of the team?
Sa amin, gagawin pa rin namin yung best namin para sa team, sa management, and then para sa family namin. All game, kahit sino man kalaban, gagawin pa rin namin yung best namin.
Very well said. Thank you so much and congratulations to you, Jao, and to the Cignal HD Spikers. We look forward to seeing the awesome things you guys will be doing this conference. But for now, back to you, Neil and Aaron.
All right, thanks very much, Doreen. Congratulations. Jao Umandal, top scorer in double digits with 12 points off 8 attacks, 1 block, and 1 ace as you look at highlights of set number 3.
it was the start that they wanted, talking about Cignal HD. It wasn't perfect. I mean, it was a 3-set game, pero nakita naman natin that the errors were problematic for the squad of Coach Dexter Clamore. 10, 8, and later on, we'll check the unforced errors in set number 3. I believe they were able to register 9, so that's a total of 25 points given to the CHICHI Brotherhood Titans. That's a whole set.
Yep.
So it could have been more convincing if nabawasan nila yung unforced errors nila. But definitely, yung atake ng Cignal HD will be headache sa ibang teams na kakaharapin pa nila. 17 points from that department in set number 3. So that is something that they will be bringing to the table in their succeeding matches. And as for CHICHI DHTSI, they're still looking for their first win. Pero again, the potential is already there. Kailangan nang talaga nila ayusin yung mga communication errors.
Yeah.
And they need to be able to build that confidence in delivering stronger attacks against these types of opponents.
That's right. They will try to do that. Both teams will have matches on Friday, so they will be back on the court, but a different one. We're going to be in Linares Sports Arena on Friday. That's going to be along Shaw Boulevard. Chi-Chi DHTSI Brotherhood Titans taking on PGJC Navy. Looking for their first win after they dropped their first 3 matches of the Invitational Conference. Meanwhile, HD Spikers looking for back-to-back as they will take on the Savage Spin Doctors, who won earlier against VNS Griffins. So it's a day of sweeps today. 2 3-set matches for your doubleheader right here in Santa Rosa City. Thanks to our director, Raul de Ocampo, for Darin Suway Baguio. My partner, Neil Torres. I'm Eric Tipan. We'll catch you again next time as we bring you action from the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference right here on Pilipinas Live.